Hey, this is Russ. I wanted to update you guys on my progress in my continuing battle with my knee replacement. If you're new here, let me just give a real quick recap. I had a total knee replacement on my left knee back in September 19th. It is currently December 2nd. So it's been over 2.5 months. And although the operation went very well, my rehab has not gone very well, and that's not at fault of the rehab people, the physical therapists. It's at the fault of my own body not reacting properly to this. I tend to have a lot of scar tissue that grows fast. And when that happens, that inhibits the amount of bending in your knee, which is called flexion. And so after about a month of time, my flexion was only maybe in the mid 70s, and you need to really be probably about 90 degrees or more by that time. So the doctor decided he would do a manual knee manipulation, and that happened a month after the initial knee replacement. Well, my scar tissues grew again quickly, and the doctor was able to get 130 degrees of flexion and 0 degrees of extension for me, because my knee is always kind of bent and it should be kind of straight, but it isn't. So after the first knee manipulation, I was only able to do perhaps in the 90s, something like that. So it really was not enough. You need to be at least 115, 120 degrees or more to get any good use out of your knee. So we did a second knee manipulation and also radiation. And after that happened, they moved me to a different physical therapy location. And I am now currently getting, just so that you know, I am getting, as of today's physical therapy session, 100 degrees on my own when not being pushed hard, just kind of guided. But I can actually bend 100 degrees at this point. And under major pain and pushing, I am hitting 110 degrees. So I am about 5 to 10 degrees short of my goal. I am hoping we can still get that. It's been over 2 weeks now since that second knee manipulation and the radiation. And I'm not sure if I'm stopped at this point or whether I can go further. We're all hoping it can allow me to keep going a little bit more. So maybe by the end of a couple more weeks, maybe I can hit that 115 degrees, which is where my doctor wants me to be as a bare minimum. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. But today I did want to talk to you about a knee brace system. It's not really a brace, but it's really a device that helps bend my knee so that I can get more flexion. And it also can be adjusted so that I can get some extension, okay? Because my extension is not there. I can't walk properly because my knee is always kind of bent. And if you can't straighten your knee out when you're walking, you have to use the walker, otherwise you're going to fall over. You will not have the ability to walk properly, and you might buckle your knee. And so I still walk with a walker, which is unfortunate, but I'm hoping if I can get good extension in time, I can walk regular again. Anyways, I want to show you guys real quickly what this JAS system is and give you some thoughts on it. It is a good system. I'm actually very glad to have it. I think it's going to help on the long run. I do use it not as much as I should. It really should be done 3 times a day for extension, 3 times a day for flexion. But I'm lucky if I get 2 times a day for that. Sometimes only once because I'm doing other odds and end things and things are happening in life. So, but I try for at least 2 times for extension and 2 times for flexion every day, and you do 30-minute sessions. But I did notice a couple things, and as you look at these videos, you'll notice that there's a little gap in the where the device touches your tibia and touches your femur, because as you start bending, you'll find that this thing pushes forward more on one side than on the other side of the thing, and that causes a gap. So my suggestion to JAS is to put a pivot point. Rather than have this thing locked in place on 2 sides there, why not have that thing in the middle, and then the pads can kind of pivot. If it pivots, then you'll be constant contact with your tibia, constant contact with the femur. I don't seem to have as much problem with the unit when it's in flexion mode, when it's bending. But if you take a look at how this works on the extension, you'll see there's a huge gap in my thigh area, right? So as it's pushing down on the femur, it pushes down closer towards the knee, but it starts rising because it's going to be more than 180 degrees in terms of straightness there. So it starts pushing downwards, and that's what gives me the ability to try to push my knee more so I can get a straighter knee. But because it's locked in place and not on a pivot point, it causes that rise. And I'm not the only one to notice this. I talked to a gentleman who is at physical therapy with me. I see him almost every day as well. And we talked about this. He has the same unit, and he noticed the same thing too. And we both kind of said if that thing was just on a pivot in the middle, it probably wouldn't have this issue. So does it inhibit its ability? No, it doesn't. Could it be made better? I think so. I think if it pivoted, I think it would be a better unit. I don't think it would be that hard to do. But again, I'm not an engineer in that sense, so I don't really know. But if that could be done, that would be my suggestion for JAS. So here's my comments with the JAS. Very good unit. I think in the long run, it will definitely help me in my goal to get the proper extension and proper flexion. But could be made a little bit better in those regards. Do I not like the unit? No, I definitely like the unit. I think it's something that if I had it earlier, I think maybe it would have been helpful too. So in my opinion, this device should be recommended to almost every person doing knee replacement. I mean, not everyone needs it, quite frankly. I know that there are some people that go through this knee replacement and they're in and out of there. They're done in 2 months. Those guys probably don't need it. But when you see there's some struggling going on, before that knee manipulation happens, get that device in their hands, because I think it really makes a big difference. If they can work on that at home by themselves, I think that would be helpful. So get a JAS unit. That's my suggestion. Hey, anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know what's been going on, and watch the older videos too. I'm hoping that this struggle that I've been going through will help some others in the future. And again, if you like the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and definitely hit the bell icon, because that'll tell you when new videos from me come out. I'll talk to you guys next time.